Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another Mandate of Heaven preview video. Today we're going to do one episode on Sun Jian. This will be the 182 Mandate of Heaven start date. The reason why we're doing this, of course, is to give you guys a preview of all the factions, new and returning, that's available to play in this new starting date. And because CA came out with a behind-the-scene video discussing the future of Three Kingdoms, and they discussed the next chapter pack that they're exploring to do is in the year 194, when Sun Jian's long dead and his son Sun Ce is going to be battling in the south against different bandit factions like Baiyanhu. So because of that, I felt it'd be interesting to do Sun Jian some justice, and plus a lot of people have said they want to see Sun Jian because not many YouTubers are doing Sun Jian Let's Plays in this time period. So we're just going to give him one episode to get a feel for this starting time and to see how he's different from his 190 start, which everyone's more familiar with right here in Changsha. In 182, alright, she's going to talk. It's okay, we'll talk over her. Sun Jian is part of the returning roster that has the additional starting date. You have Sun Jian, Cao Cao, Liu Bei. Liu Bei is also available in this start date, as well as Dong Zhuo. And additionally, we got Tao Qian, who is a free LC. We'll give him a try as well. We'll give him more episodes just because he's relatively new. We did Zhang Jiao already. We're going to be doing everyone, so don't worry. We'll try to get everyone covered before the start of the release date on the 16th. So, going to keep myself busy. Sun Jian here, Tiger of Jiangdong. You actually start out in the south this time. I think this is around Jian'an. I'm not sure. We'll load up and figure out where we start out at exactly. We're a Sentinel, 25% campaign movement range, plus 6 morale when attacking. This is the same as before. Heroism is still the same faction specialization. You gain this by inflicting more casualties than you take. So the ratio of casualties would dictate how much heroism you get, and it forces you to constantly expand to keep this up. Your unique units are still the same. You have a mercenary captain retinue, so this can replace generals leading a force in your army. You also get mercenary archers, mercenary infantry, and mercenary cavalry. All three of these have a unique factor that they come out fully replenished. So the second you recruit them, they're ready to go. There's no mustering turn needed, and there's no replenishment needed. So they're really good for in the pinch defense, which makes Sun Jian a very friendly faction to play, because you can have just some generals ready in your court with no retinues, and then if you get invaded in a weak spot that you weren't expecting, you can easily pull out a full army of relatively good units. All three of these units are quite decent, and they can be ready to go right away on that same turn to defend for you. And you have mercenary outposts as a faction unique building. It not only helps your replenishment, but also increases your commerce income multiplier. Commerce income is also a big deal for Sun Jian's faction. You get a unique 25% additional commerce faction-wide boost on your harbor buildings. So definitely a very strong faction to play. The noteworthy characters in this start time is Huang Gai and Chen Pu. You have both of these characters in the original start, but since it's 8 years from 190, all your kids are very, very young, and they're not listed here. I wonder if you get them in the family tree. We're about to find out. Everything is still the same. Legendary 40-minute battle timers. Let's jump in here.
主公，您经历一番艰难困苦，终能初步立足于这乱世之中。
我所做的一切都是为了我的亲族，我本不愿动刀兵，然若有伤我亲族者，我必当诛之。汉室危如累卵，北地叛乱四起，天下虽乱，我亦应坚如磐石，稳固基业。
主公，您已赢得了南方百姓的爱戴，您可以进一步赢得他们的支持，想方设法稳固地位。
若是有敌来犯，我该当如何？必诛尽外敌，方能立足于世。
主公，您有牢不可破之盟，又有坚不可摧之志，普天之下，谁敢当之？
Alright, we're loaded up in here. Born in Fuchuan County, you can trace your ancestor back to the great Sun Jian himself. You made a name for yourself as the scourge of pirates near and far. Considered reckless by some and brave by all, you have a duty to your family, brave Southlander all? I guess it rhymes, or just same word. Your two sons are the apple of your eyes, but one day you hope for a daughter. Yet this land is wrecked by war, so you must fight so that peace may reign. Okay, so I guess Sun Jian is not on our family tree yet, but I'm sure they're going to give us that character through some mission, or else it's going to be weird without a legendary character missing that way. Alright, let's take a look at where we are. It seems like Shen Shi is given to every faction to beat up at the beginning. He's a looter, so it doesn't really matter. We get random items. We no longer get the Imperial Seal, which makes sense because Sun Jian picks it up after the Dongzhuo burns down the capital. So it's only available in the 190 start time. That makes a lot of sense. We are a governor faction here. Interesting. So I'm assuming... Oh no, we're just called the governor. We're not a governor faction. Yeah. I think we can still become king and become emperor. Just called governor right now. Usually you start out as noble. So we only have one army slot provided and one assignment slot, and doesn't really change much a noble. Okay, anyways. So just basically we start out at a very low rank. And we start out with... Oh, Handang? Okay, Handang. Okay, he was missing from the base game for a while. He doesn't start out with you, even though he should. Sun Jian actually has a lot of generals that start out with him. Flexibility, reach, okay. Anyone else? Okay, Chen Pu. We get Lady Wu. Okay, Fertile. I'm sure we'll get Sun Ren's birth as an event. That's my guess. Unreadable warrior Huang Gai. Only 28-year-old. Okay, amazing. Okay. We do start out in Jian. Just the lumberyard though. We're right next to Puyang's weaponsmith, but we can't get it because the Han Empire is part of the empire. So I think we have a few unique things. We start out part of the empire, as you can see. Whereas, let's say we're playing as Liu Chong, right? You start out with a lot of friendly neighbors and you're really only fighting stuff that's event-based, like looters on your land. So you go kill those looters. Or you go march north and take care of the Yellow Turban. Sun Jian here is mainly about, I guess, developing the south. Didn't really give us much enemy to fight, unless there's some event that put us in conflict with Liu Hong or Cao Song over here. I don't see any historical enemy that we should be facing off. So let's see where the game takes us. We'll just play it regularly. We'll give ourselves the item we need to take. We'll get more expertise. Trade influence. This is own army, so it doesn't really matter. This is very similar to the army you start out with in the base game. No anti-cavalry though, so it's a little rough against this army, but we'll just take the fight to them. Alright, we're just going to jump in here. It won't take us too long. Alright, we're loaded in here. The goal to get heroism is to not take losses, so we're going to just drift our armies back. That really involves using a lot of generals. We don't want to throw our... I'm not sure if we have... Let's see, charge negate. Resistant to heat. Okay, I mean it's hot in the south, but that's interesting. Charge negate versus mountain. So getting that item actually helped us because we have shield wall. Anyways, let's start. Let's see if they charge at us. If not, we'll move up a little bit. Yeah, they're coming. We'll shield wall up then. Charge negate's gonna mitigate our damage. We'll just shoot them down with the archers and then we'll flank them on both sides with cavalry. And then we'll throw our generals in there at the end. Sun Jian still has his ancient silver sword, which is great. Just no imperial seal and heavenly fire. Okay. We still have all the good stuff. Yeah, we'll take the duel. His job is to clean up. Can we start firing? Ooh, they're flanking us. Okay. I feel like we're not gonna get a clean anti-charge. Might as well. Well, actually. Okay, we absorbed it. Over here, not so clean. Let's see an execution here. There we go. Ooh, beheaded too. I thought the back swipe was already done. We'll just keep fighting. It's a lot of loss. So for Sun Jian's faction, you do want to chase most of the time because you want to build up your casualty count, especially the ratio. Well, I'm gonna cut this part out. See you guys at the end. Alrighty. We took too much losses there, but we didn't have any real anti-cavalry, so I don't know how to prevent that. Probably could have charged our general into their cavalry to stop the charge, but didn't do a good job. But we'll take the ransom. We got the mission, +5 heroism per turn, I'm guessing. We have a low satisfaction issue, mainly because our heroism is too low. Let's see, do we have any... We don't have any missions. That's interesting. We also don't have any money to take this town. Right, we would need 8,000 gold. So given this situation, wouldn't it be the best plan to just take out all these units? Oh, using generals to fight is also a key component of getting your heroism up, because if you just send in like 3 generals, you kill a couple hundred troops, your heroism gains like huge, basically. We also have to deal with satisfaction. Well, I don't know how to deal with it. Let's see our family real quick. One way is we make our wife, yeah, we should do that for sure. We make her heir. He's how old? He's 7. Sun Quan 0. Okay, she just gave birth to Sun Quan. We make her heir. Her authority point is going to help with our satisfaction, right? We got 6 extra points here. He was at -9, I believe. Yeah, +5. Okay. And we got 1 extra assignment, which we can't do because we don't have a commandery. And we have no missions. I'm so confused. Alright, let's see. Diplomatically. Okay. What can we trade? Cao Song 3. Ah, we should have done this before we disbanded. Silly us. Forgot about this. What did he start out with? Nothing too great. What about other factions that we can trade with? We can actually look at everybody's, because we see the whole map. Right, so if you start out playing, you can actually see everyone's items and see if there's anything you really like and trade for it. That's kind of broken actually on turn 1. But I guess this applies to every faction in the empire. Right, I can like look for, ooh, well that's his crossbow book. Wouldn't it be funny if we got his book? Anyways. right? I can hunt down to see if anyone spawned concubine. Yeah, but that's not very important. We're just trying to get a feel for these factions. I'm not gonna play this seriously. We're just gonna get this deal. He doesn't want to pay us. That's fine. But even if we lock down this trade deal, for example, we're still so short from the 8,000 gold. Anyways, let's continue. We can't do much. We can upgrade this. Yeah, we should invest. 3 turns. Gonna wait anyways. Let's continue. Alright. Finally got a mission. Engage enemy general. Where is he? Pirates. Okay. Have a trade route. Okay, we did that. So we have to go fight pirates. Well, let's summon a 3rd general and then we'll go fight pirates. We got to be in our territory to recruit. So let's go over here. That's our target. It's very easy to kill. We will probably add Huang Gai. Huang Gai or Chen Pu. Well, Huang Gai gets unique armor. They finally fixed their stats. So I was complaining on the last patch how the 4 characters who got unique models still had only plus 30 stats. Here he has a plus 60. That's good. I mean, army composition wise, it doesn't really matter. We'll use Huang Gai simply. He has resiliency. He should have auto resiliency just because he's a legendary character. Right. Everyone else might die from the fight, but we can use Huang Gai. It's gonna set us back in terms of our economy, but feels like we probably shouldn't just wait. We want to grab him for sure. Feels like we shouldn't just be waiting for that 8,000 gold. We should try to do these missions. And that's it. Let's continue. We're gonna try to get this fight next turn. Oh, we can pick a reform. Right. We start in winter, so first turn is spring. We start out with this commerce base. That's fine. So the big change now is when you hit the dragon unit reform, you also unlock new Imperial Army units. So here you get the Imperial Palace crossbowmen, and you get the Imperial Palace cavalry, and the yellow dragon position you get Imperial Household cavalry. The jade, this is the Jade Dragon, yeah, and you get the Imperial Lancer, and Azure Dragon you get Imperial Gate Guards. So basically you get additional rewards when you hit the dragon unit tier. You also unlock Imperial Army. Now if you're playing as Liu Hong, you start out with Imperial Army, so you kind of have all the elite unit ready for recruit right away. We're probably going this route. It's gonna save us money. Or you could go this route, get another trade route, because you do have trade partners around you. Better econ, better early army. I've been going a lot into the red tree lately, unlike myself, because usually I would definitely have just gone for Onyx Dragons. Main reason because now deployables are part of the red tree, so that single element kind of changed how I view reforms. Let's see. Not much we can do. We just gotta wait. Let's continue next turn. Alright, they want us to move up rank. John Brothers are starting the rebellion soon. They're hanging in there. They went into ambush mode here. Like, obvious ambush mode. But that's fine. I don't mind triggering it. And they failed, so we'll just fight this. We can just delegate these. This is what I'm saying. We fight with 3 generals. None of them will die, and you inflict a lot of casualty, giving you a lot of heroism. Right, so 0 to 163. So the AI calculation is going to give you 5 heroism for this type of ratio. And we captured him. We could use him. I don't think we have any champion, but he's not that great. Yeah. Probably just release for the cash. Alright, so we finished the mission. 5 more heroism. Defeat 3 armies or garrisons from the following faction. Looters. Okay, currently 1. We just need to beat this 2 more. And we're finally in the second tier. So now we finally have +5 satisfaction. Although there's a decay of 2 per turn. So that should take care of our court issue. So next turn we won't suffer from this experience deficit. Sun Jian also leveled up. We're probably going to take understanding just for the +1 starting rank. Because we still haven't recruited any armies yet. Now Huang Gai is super injured. He's super injured. But they are too. I think we just delegate this fight. I still haven't seen a delegate fight resulting in our general's death. Yeah, usually the AI won't let them die. So 2 more points. Everything matters at this point. Now we have enough gold next turn to grab Jian. So we should probably get ourselves in here. And we should probably recall these. We can't because we don't have. They're not in our territory. Yeah, instead of letting them heal, just recall to full heal. Another looter army? Okay, so this is another army we gotta defeat. We don't have much of a garrison here. We don't have enough army count to go up. Right. So we just have to fend them off with our garrison. Yeah, we can, because we got spear units against cavalry. Let's continue next turn to see what happens. Alright, they're attacking the city, but even on legendary difficulty is a delegate win, so we're just gonna delegate this. -1 because we lost more than they. I guess if we controlled it, maybe we would have fought it better. But it doesn't really matter at this point. Income. Okay, looks like we're surrounded by looters. Okay. More looters. We're not gonna worry about the looters for now. We need to dump our cash to grabbing ourselves a city. We're gonna send the injured people back. Huang Gai might stay just because he has resiliency. We gotta summon some new blood. That's the idea here. We don't have enough money to hire another general, so we're gonna keep Huang Gai here. Because new towns don't have any garrisons. Oh, wait. How come? I thought, oh, we get a town. We get a town instead of a small town. Right, this is weird. It wasn't abandoned. It wasn't deserted. It was a town that no one claimed. That's very friendly. I think the game kind of considers the fact that you start out with looters around you. I mean, it would have been fine with this army. But now that we have a garrison plus towers, we don't need to keep these guys. Right. So I feel like we can just develop from this point on. Pump in some assignments. Help us construction. Help us peasantry income. We do have another one called Quill Unrest. Alright, controls fever. Okay. But minus 33% income from all sources. Alright. So I think we're good. Let's continue here. Alright, so they're fighting us. The AI think they'll win. There's no way if we have arrow towers. I'm going to fight this and cut it out to save some time. Want to see more turns. Alrighty, it was harder than I thought because all the towers were broken. So what we had to do is sacrifice Huang Gai so that Sun Jian can full heal and become mad and win this fight for us. Let's see, we want... we'll take income. Graffiti. Okay, so this is just a village, but what really happened in history around this time in the autumn of 183 is that Yellow Turban members were starting to create graffitis in the capital of Luoyang, where they would write the word jiazi on, gates, walls, wherever. And jiazi refers to the March 5th date because there was a snappy slogan about 岁在jiazi. Jiazi is term-wise refers to a time, And each year in Chinese calendar, the traditional Chinese calendar, China definitely didn't have the AD and BC calendars. What they had was basically a 2-word term that refers to each year. And the year 184 that we talk about, the year itself is referred to as Jiazi. And then March 5th, the date, is also called Jiazi. So you had the Jiazi year and the Jiazi date in the Jiazi year. So it was seen as a very fortunate time that the Yellow Turban picked to start their rebellion. Alright, so graffiti event, good for that. We beat them back. They're still on the map. More are coming. Huang Gai is injured, so he has to peace out. We can just recruit him right back. He has a nice bond with Sun Jian, so that's very, very nice. We just need to recruit some cheap archer unit, basically, to hold this. The tower wasn't fully built yet last turn, but I think going forward they should be ready. We can also upgrade the town a little bit so that we actually have a building slot. It's strange that even though it's a town, we don't get the first building slot. We should have one. We should have 2. Right, where's our building slot? It's behaving like an abandoned town. Right, it's behaving like not a town at all, but not in every aspect. Okay, anyways. They're still going to bother us for a little bit. What we're going to do is... we can't raise 2 armies. If we could, we can just raise some generals and it'd be fine. We're going to recruit a few mercenary archers on Sun Jian. They're the cheapest of the mercenary units, and they are going to come fully replenished, which is where they're going to shine for us. I think 2 units is fine. We could also use some cheap Z militia to guard the front line, but they're not going to come fully replenished, so I'm just not going to waste money. I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. Let's go to next turn. There's not much. We got to kill this king of pirates. Alright, they put us under siege together. I think the towers are ready. I'm just going to fight this on the battlefield. I'll cut this out too, because, looter's not worth our time. Alrighty. So the towers were still not fixed. I think we've got to wait till the settlement upgrades, but because we have these archers, it's no doubt we win. No casualties, wipe them all out, and we'll get income. We probably should have let him live. He had an item on him. Probably just should have routed him and made him run away, but we killed him. Alright, so they're busy in the north. We're just sitting back. Alright, so here's the Yellow Turban Rebellion story. Alright, so he actually has a legit army. We actually need an army to fight him. Well, guess we get busy recruiting. Most of these are cavalry. Almost all of them are cavalry. So we probably just want Z militia. Right, we'll make up for the lack of our forces with a flood of Z militia. And hopefully they replenish quickly. 5 turns. We have probably 2 turns. Let's see if we have any good characters. Oh, Zhou Tai is available. We have a lot of vanguards though. Yu Jin's also available. Well, we're poor right now. Gonna wait on that. But it feels like we're basically playing the waiting game with Sun Jian. We're far away from the Yellow Turban conflict, and we're part of this empire. So if we look at diplomacy, there's really no one to attack except for these looters. So at least this looter is strong. Semi-strong. But let's continue, I guess. Alright. So Cao Cao is actually going to run into their army. They can fight first. I don't mind. Let's see. Do we want to pick up Zhou Tai? He's only 20-year-old. We do have a lot of vanguards, but he belongs to us historically. That's the big draw right there. Other than that, I don't really see a reason to actually recruit him this early. Yeah, no one really special. We're gonna skip out on him for now. We're not gonna move because I want mustering to help us replenish. If they take down, let's say, our lumberyard, that's fine. We'll just retake it later. The town is much more important. So we get a new reform and we just go to next turn. What we want is deployables. That's the whole reason why we came on this end of the tree here. And let's continue. Alright, so by the way, Cao Cao suicided into this looter army. The mandate war begins. This is a beta bug where the backdrop screen's not on here. This one's fixed. Okay, we gotta destroy the brothers. Not really our problem, to be honest. We're so far away from the situation that I feel like when you play a Sun Jian, you're just building up for the rise of the warlords. You're not really caring about what's going on right now in the rest of the world. Yeah, not very useful. Since we're going to lose this anyways, so yeah, once we upgrade to a town, we get the 2 slots, even though technically we should have 2 slots already. You know our trick with losing towns. We trade it away before we lose it. We are going to trade it away to Liu Hong because he doesn't like us. So maybe if we give him a territory, he will like us more. What will he give us back for it, though? Oh, we should have given that item to our wife. It's not that rich, but we'll take whatever he can afford. Actually, I have a different idea. If we give it to the Han Empire, and the looters in the Han Empire go to war, then we can actually get their territory if they lose some territory to them. I'm not super attached to Jian. Wait. Could we potentially pull this off? Because Puyang Weapons Craftsman's right here. It'll be tricky. Are they at war with looters? See, they're not at war with looters. That's the problem. Alright, we'll just take money from them. They're rich. Yeah, they're rich in every game. 9.5. Come on. There we go. I'm going to see if the looters will declare war on them, and then if the looters can grab some territories, we can steal some territories away from the Han Empire. Otherwise, we're just going to try to grab nearby territories to build up. But first, we need tax collection. This is going to be a peasantry town, peasantry and food. We might as well farm some rebellions and also get rid of favor at the same time, if there's going to be favor in the future. Level up on Lady Wu. Perfect. We probably should have grabbed this for increased level, but it's okay. Those G militia are temporary. We're going to get rid of them soon. And we can end turn here. Okay. So interesting. Cao Cao's army didn't die because they didn't attack the looters. They just snuck by in ambush mode. because they're not at war with the looters. Interesting. Okay. So I guess our plan doesn't work. It doesn't really hurt us in the long term. I mean, it sucks that we can't get the rice paddy, but we can easily grab these territories. We're just going to wait for him to come to us. There's no point for us to move. Get some food. Next turn. Alright. Liang Rebellion has also happened. 太史慈成功. Okay, okay. This campaign. Too bad we're not playing it for real. He has his bow too. 17 years old. Okay, so they're coming of age quicker in this mode, and he joins us, which is great because historically he's part of the Wu faction. So maybe he has a fondness. We also need strategists, so we're going to grab Chenggong as well. Yeah, clean past. Very, very, very nice. Taishi was part of the Han Empire still, but joins us after. He was a baby in the Han Empire then. Right? He's like 15 at 182. Doesn't have a fondness, but I'm glad he appears for us because it makes a lot of sense that he would appear for us. We can definitely add him into the army instead of Chen Pu a bit later. But right now we can just wipe them out. We're going to fight this on the battlefield. I want to see what happens after we finish this mission, because one of the mission is to kill him. Alright, we have our deployables. We have our army with all these anti-cavalry ready. It's going to be simple. We're the attacking force, though. That's the only thing awkward. I don't know if they'll charge at us without a siege weapon. But we might as well just place these as up front as we can. It's raining, but we can still start fires. Let's see if they will actively move towards us or not. They will. Great. We just want to wait to kill them. We have so many to spare. There's no angle they can break us. Yeah, I went a little overboard with anti-cav. Alright, let them try to break this perfect anti-cavalry setup. Gonna close up all the gaps. We can have him go light the fire. Huang Gai lighting the fire. We're making Huang Gai do all the jobs he did for the Battle of Red Cliff, which I hope in the future will also get a chapter pack. That's a very pivotal moment. I'm sure they'll do something. We had Huang Gai sacrifice his body to heal Sun Jian, and we have Huang Gai lighting a fire. I think we did everything here. No, we don't need to do it right now. We can wait. Sun Jian's a better duelist. There we go. Watch their cavalry charge at our Z Spearmen. Watch their cavalry charge at our spikes. Our reinforcement might be a little late to the party though. We'll make up for it with that. There's a few more reinforcements. We're going to keep that side covered. Yeah, they have no hope. Let's see if we can kill them. Ooh. The sword animations are great. Here comes the reinforcements.
动作快点！
So then they can jump in here and blast these guys with his ability.
诛灭敌军！
It's very similar to Li Bu. It's just a little bit less. Oh, he lost his horse. It's okay.
杀！敌军仓皇逃窜。
Actually, we could wait. Can we move a little bit this way first?
片甲不留。
Okay, now we splash damage.
注意！
They got our reinforcements. It doesn't matter. We can lose some of the garrison men.
注意！赶快，赶快！杀呀！
We'll help with the cavalry.
杀！
Sun Jian's got it.
尽情厮杀！做好准备，准备好了。
They got our reinforcement, but what are they going to do now? We're still covered in a box.
鼓起勇气！
Can't really see here. It's a little dense. Okay. There's a gap right here. Let's see if they're smart enough to find it.
一鸣听命，动作快点！时机已至，注意，发射！敌将受首，贼众溃不成军。看来他们也就这点本事。
The reinforcement general also died? Okay. Sun Jian's on foot and chased out that far?
杀光敌军，
What a man.
做好准备。
Anyone else want a piece of tiger?
尽情厮杀，
He's a mini Lu Bu, to be honest, with that splash
射
damage.
手听命，准备就绪。
We're gonna condense the circle a little bit.
挺住，快跑，加快速度，听命，
Just retreat.
撤退，
Let them actually charge.
准备好了，加速前进，
Ooh, Huang Gai is dying here.
起来，速速前进，快跑，
Us not microing our generals. What else is new?
时机已至，
Well, this guy is beasting over here. Huang Gai is taking damage left and right.
就这样。
I mean, it's the reason why we didn't give him a retinue, because we're ready for him to die anytime to sacrifice to heal Sun Jian.
好准备，
And if he's injured, we can just recall him to heal. God, we're so strong. We're just chasing down cavalry on foot.
注意，杀！顽强
Go
不屈，
get them.
准备开战，干得好！我军士卒仓皇逃命，真乃丧家之犬。
I mean, I guess I get why you're called a bandit killer now. We're killing a lot of bandit, but I think historically, Chen Pu killing bandit. I don't know where that reference comes from. Did we rout? God, you routed.
前进，
What up? Come no, this way, this way, this way.
准备好了，
No, 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 I had the wrong general.
准备开战，
No, no, no. Sun Jian, come this way.
进攻！
Oh, they broke a hole in our gap. Okay.
顽强不屈，加快脚步，
It's like our mercenary units can fight.
起勇气，
These guys are
好准备，
decent hand-to-hand combat.
准备就绪。是的，是的，好。
This battle is taking too long.
敌军士兵正在退逃，
Sun Jian shows up, everyone routs.
片甲不留，
There's definitely scare on him.
挺住，
No? On the sword? No, not even on the sword. Okay, we'll take the win. Alright. Not a clean fight for sure, but
今日我等
decent. We lost heroism for that. With negative casualties. Anyways, we'll take income.
我并非残暴寡恩之人。
Most importantly, we kill Li
向
Dian,
前进军，
which will give us 15 more heroism here. What else?
志刚毅，
Level up.
忠心匡。
There's not many abilities for him to get as a leader. I think understanding might be it. Diligence as well. Diligence once we get extra experience per turn. We're going to go for bravery, so his own retinue have charge negate automatically without formations. And then we're going to get tenacity of steel and poly diligence. Do we get any new missions? Or are we just part of the Mandate War now? We need to reach higher rank. We're just going to delegate this fight.
奸恶之贼必败无疑。走吧，回去报信去吧。
Okay, we destroy the looters, and that's it. So I guess now we just build up. I'm sure if we play this and we get the next rank, we probably get another mission. But as of now, I think we're going to call it end to the episode. I think we get a pretty good feel that we are just not evolved at all in the Yellow Turban mess up in the north. And we're playing our own thing over here down south. We'll probably want to get control of the southern commanderies. There's a lot of good ones. Food. There's there's a lot of food nearby. There's also copper mine. There's a port here in Dongou, which we should definitely get. Harbors are very, very nice. Like I said, commerce is basically your lifeblood. I think it's okay to lose Jianya's lumberyard. Maybe you could play it more aggressively. We went with a standard passive approach. I wasn't expecting a giant looter army early on. If you play Sun Jian knowing the looter army is going to come from your west flank, you can definitely prepare for that and get an army ready. You just need some Z militia. We were having fun and made a big circle. If you had it set up properly, you can definitely take less loss and get that job done much easier and probably route them over here, and you can get all of Jianya to yourself. And even if you don't, even if you're in a situation like us, I think you're totally fine, as you can have the whole south to yourself. I think now it's just a foot race between you and Cao Cao into claiming territory, because I think Cao Cao spawns over here for an event. It's not his factions over here. So he's going to be trying to get territories with you when you play as Sun Jian. So that's about it. Nothing much. You have clear access to everything here. Nanhai is clearly a great commandery for you to focus on early on. Nanhai is the best food, peasantry, commerce, mixed commandery in the game. So definitely head down south, grab yourself some land, and once you get into Rise of Warlord, just swallow up the south. You have a little bit more opponents to face, but you'll be starting with a secure southern border. No strong enemies like Liu Biao from the early 190 campaign start, and I hope around turn 189 will be when you should expect Sun Ren being born, because technically she comes of age 18 years old on turn 87, 90 turns of pregnancy, assuming not pregnancy, well, pregnancy will be not counted, but 90 turns of coming to age from age 0 to age 18. So she should come of age in the, let's see, the game starts in the harvest season of 190. So either the winter season of 189 or the spring season of 190, you should see her born. I doubt the game will refuse to give you such a good character. So that's it. Sun Jian still feel very similar. Very, very easy down south. So hope you guys enjoy this guide. We're going to be playing one of the new factions next. We'll probably play Liu Chong. I'm looking forward to playing his crossbow units. We're going to get everyone done, so don't worry. And for these old factions, one episode is enough. So see you all next time. Bye!